Hey warrior, let me paint a picture you might recognize. You wake up, the room's quiet, but your mind's a storm. Before your feet hit the floor, you're already drained not from the day ahead, but from the thoughts swirling in your head. What if I mess this up? Why did I say that yesterday? Am I living a life that matters? You haven't moved, yet you're exhausted. The worst part, you're so used to it, it feels normal. But deep down, you know it shouldn't. No one taught you how to handle this. Let me be clear, your mind isn't your enemy. It's meant to be your sanctuary, your strength, your guide, not a place that scares you. Picture this, your mind shouldn't ambush you in quiet moments. But no one told you that. You can't fix what you keep avoiding. You might distract yourself with noise, endless scrolling, numbing entertainment, or toxic habits. But silence will come, and when it does, your mind reveals everything you've buried. That's not weakness. It's a call to lead yourself. Your mind isn't broken, it's just untrained. Like any powerful tool, it can hurt you until you master it. Enter the ancient Stoics, not with fluffy philosophy, but hard-earned truth. They weren't serene monks on mountaintops. They were warriors, emperors, slaves, exiles, people who faced pain, loss, betrayal, and chaos. Yet they didn't let those things rule their minds. Why? They believed one truth: it's not what happens to you that destroys you, but how you perceive it. Marcus Aurelius, amidst war and plague, told himself, "You control your mind, not external events." That's not a social media quote. That's a survival skill, and you can build it too. You don't need to be emotionless or ignore your feelings, but you must train your focus. You must reclaim your inner space. If you don't, the world will invade it. Let's be honest, your mind gets hijacked daily. Social media comparisons, fear of missing out, regrets about the past, anxiety about the future, people telling you who you should be. No wonder you feel overwhelmed. No wonder you sometimes can't breathe. But here's what I need you to remember. You have permission to slow down. You have permission to take back control. And no, it's never too late. This video isn't about perfection. It's about being present with your thoughts, emotions, and choices. We'll explore 7 tough but healing Stoic truths to help you stop chasing peace of mind and start building it within. This isn't motivation, it's a mental strategy. Do this for yourself. Close the other tabs. Let the outside world go quiet. Make this moment the one where you stop running from your mind and start leading it. If something here resonates, don't keep it to yourself. Hit like, share an affirmation in the comments, pass it to someone you care about. Subscribe if you're ready to build a mind where you finally feel safe. Drop this affirmation in the comments: my mind is my sanctuary, and I will protect it. First truth: don't let emotion drive your life. Marcus Aurelius. If you're disturbed by something external, the pain isn't from the thing itself, but from your judgment of it. That's raw truth. Your emotions are real, but they're not always right. They're signals, not commands. Yet most of us let emotions take the wheel while we're just passengers. You feel sad, so you shut down. You're angry, so you lash out or hurt someone. You're anxious, so you cancel plans or avoid life. Here's the problem. When emotions drive, they often crash. A Stoic mind feels everything, but doesn't obey every impulse. Be honest. Have you ever said something in anger you later regretted, made a bad choice because you were scared or jealous? That's what happens when emotions rule without your permission. The first step to mastering your mind is to remind yourself, I'm feeling this emotion, but I don't have to act on it. Here's a real-world tool when a strong emotion hits. Pause and name it. Whisper to yourself, this is anger. This is fear. This is shame. Naming it separates you from it. You're not the emotion. You're the observer. Then ask, what would the wiser version of me do right now? That pause and question kickstart your rational mind. It stops emotional reactions from turning into real-world regrets. Stoics call this the power of reasoned choice, acting with clarity, not blindly. You can be sad and still show up to work. You can be afraid and still speak your truth. You can be angry and still choose silence. Discipline isn't about suppressing emotions, it's about guiding them. Try this. Next time, emotions flood in. Write them down before acting. You'll see their power fade once they're out of your head, and on paper, this is what Marcus Aurelius did. His meditations weren't for public acclaim, they were his way of checking himself. Saying, this is what I feel, but this is how I choose to act. Imagine how strong you'd be if you did this daily. Not perfect, just more awake. Second truth. Slow your thoughts before they own you. Seneca said, it's not the man who has too little who's poor, but the one who craves more. What really steals your peace? Not always the big problems. It's the small thoughts racing, piling up, and taking over. One moment you're fine. The next, your mind's tangled in a dozen directions. What if I fail? What did they mean by that text? Why is everyone ahead of me if tomorrow goes wrong suddenly? You're trapped in a thought spiral. Stressed, distracted, exhausted without doing anything. You haven't left the room, but your mind's run a marathon. Truth is, most people don't realize overthinking isn't a sign of deep wisdom. It's a sign of lost control. You can be brilliant, yet still a prisoner of your own mind. The Stoics knew this. They trained their thoughts like warriors, believing thoughts need guidance, not endless free rein. So how do you slow them down? Start here. Notice when your thoughts speed up. Shallow breaths. Racing heart for no reason. Rereading a sentence 5 times without remembering it. That's the signal. Do something bold in today's world. Stop. Close your eyes. Breathe in slowly. Exhale even slower. Now, name one thing truly bothering you. Just one. Not 5. Most overthinking happens because your brain's trying to juggle 10 things at once. Now you pick one and tell your mind, we're solving this alone. You're not ignoring the other thoughts. You're just refusing to be overwhelmed. Try this Stoic practice to transform your day-evening reflection each night. Ask yourself, what thoughts stressed me today? Were they real threats? How could I respond more calmly tomorrow? Reflecting instead of reacting builds self-control. Your mind gets sharper. It stops panicking because it knows you're paying attention. You'll notice something powerful. Slowing your thoughts restores your energy. You start hearing your true voice, not the noise around you. In that stillness, you choose what to believe and what to let go. Stoicism isn't about having no thoughts. It's about not being enslaved by them. You can't stop your brain from thinking, but you can stop giving power to thoughts that harm you. Every thought is a guest. You decide who stays for dinner. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I slow my thoughts. I choose what stays. Third truth. Nourish your mind. Don't poison it. Marcus Aurelius said, "Your soul takes on the color of your thoughts. You're not just what you eat, you're what you consume mentally. If you keep absorbing gossip, drama, fear, comparison, or toxic content, don't be shocked when you feel anxious, empty, or lost." Most people treat their phones like junk food, mindlessly scrolling, devouring whatever pops up. Imagine eating anything someone hands you. Spoiled or not, you'd get sick fast. Right, ask yourself, how long have I been feeding my mind trash without noticing? The Stoics were deliberate about what they let in. Knowing a weak mind isn't born weak. It's weakened by constant distraction and mental junk. Here's the challenge. Audit your mental diet. Ask, who am I following online? What conversations do I allow in my life? Am I feeding wisdom or noise? Your mind feels foggy because it's clogged with pointless, toxic, aimless content. You don't have to live like that. Reclaim your mind the way you'd reclaim your body, by ditching junk food. Start small. Replace one piece of mental trash daily with wisdom. Read 2 pages of Stoic writing. Watch 10 minutes of content about clarity or truth. Sit in silence instead of scrolling. It sounds simple, but it's the start of transformation. Protect not just what you consume, but also your conversations. If someone's always negative, gossipy, or shallow, limit their access to you. It's not rude, it's guarding your peace. A healthy body won't save a poisoned mind. Ask yourself daily, is what I'm taking in today making me a better person? If not, it's just noise, not worth your attention. Each time you consume something, ask, does this sharpen me or dull me? Does it feed fear or fuel strength? Whatever you nourish grows. Leave this affirmation in the comments. I nourish my mind with clarity, not chaos. Fourth, truth. Train your mind to observe, not absorb. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Think about it. Someone passes by and frowns. Instantly, your mind spins a story. They're mad at me. I must have screwed up. Everyone's pulling away. But what if they're just having a rough day? What if it's not about you at all, yet your mind grabs that moment and turns it into a personal threat? Most of us do this without realizing, absorbing every comment, every awkward pause, and making it pain. A Stoic doesn't soak up emotions. They observe them. They see what's happening, but don't let it grow bigger than it is. Truth is, not every feeling you have is true. Not every word you hear is accurate. Not everything you see is about you. An untrained mind connects random dots. Even when they don't belong together, that's exhausting, isn't it? Always assuming someone's upset with you. Believing every action is a hidden message. Feeling insecure for no reason. That's why your mind needs training. Learn to see things as they are, not as your fears paint them. Here's how. First, pause before jumping to conclusions. Your brain loves quick answers. They didn't text back. They must hate me. Next time, ask, could there be another explanation? Do I have evidence? Or is this just a feeling? That pause can stop 90% of your overreactions. Second, separate facts from feelings. Feeling abandoned is real, but is it true? Are you actually being excluded? Or is it an old wound talking? Stoics practice this like a form of self-honesty. Seneca would reflect each night, asking, "Did I see things clearly today? Or did fear cloud the truth?" It's not easy, but it's freedom. When you stop absorbing every emotion, you stop hurting from invisible wounds. Third, would be curious, not paranoid. Instead of judging, ask questions. Instead of thinking they're ignoring me, consider, maybe they're tired, maybe they're distracted, maybe this isn't about me at all. That's not weakness, it's mind control. That's Stoicism in daily life, not just quotes or calmness, but choosing not to let assumptions poison you. Assumptions become stories. Stories become beliefs. And beliefs shape who you are. Don't let a false story live in your head. Be the calm observer, not an emotional sponge. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I observe the world. I don't absorb its noise. Fifth truth, teach your mind to embrace not knowing. Epictetus said, "Don't demand things happen your way. Let things unfold naturally, and your life will flow smoother." We hate uncertainty, not knowing what others think of us. What comes next? Where a choice will lead. Fear of the unknown fuels anxiety, trapping you in overthinking loops. It makes you try to control what's not yours. Here's the Stoic shift. You don't need to know everything to find peace. You just need to trust you'll handle whatever comes. That's real control, not mastering the storm, but how you navigate it. Modern minds crave instant answers, Googling everything, overanalyzing texts, predicting the future until they're exhausted. A Stoic mind says, do what you can. Prepare, but accept what you can't control. That surrender isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Here's how to build it. First, practice radical presence. Ask, what's true right now? Am I in danger? Or just scared of what might be? Fear lives in the might, peace lives in the present. Second, let the unknown be your teacher. Uncertainty can humble you. Teach patience and build trust, not in outcomes, but in your growth. When Epictetus lost everything home, freedom, he didn't panic. He said, "They can chain my body, but not my will." Why? He trusted he'd face whatever came with clarity. You can do the same. Each time you resist the urge to demand certainty, you train your mind to stand firm in the unknown and stay calm. That's strength. Third, create space for silence. Most answers you seek don't come from noise, they come from stillness, patience, and letting time do its work. Give yourself permission to say, I don't know yet, and that's okay. The right answers will come when I'm ready, or when life decides. This isn't laziness, it's emotional maturity. You don't need to predict everything. Just trust you'll handle it. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I let go of needing to know. I trust my strength in the unknown. Sixth truth. Build daily mental habits, not mood-driven ones. Epictetus said, don't explain your philosophy, live it. One day, you wake up feeling strong, focused, calm, ready. The next, you're anxious, irritable, lost. What changed? Most people build their mindset on feelings. If they feel motivated, they act. If not, they quit. That's a dangerous way to live because moods are fickle, shifting like weather. If your life depends on feeling good first, you'll never master your mind long term. Stoics did it differently. They didn't wait for perfect energy. They built daily rituals to train their minds, no matter how they felt. Ask yourself, do I have a mental habit, not just a to-do list? Something to center and sharpen your clarity before the day's chaos hits. Life is noisy. If you don't start your day with intention, the world will set your mood for you. Here's how to start. First, begin with silence. 5 minutes each morning, no phone, no music. Just sit. Breathe slowly. Let your mind settle. This isn't trendy meditation. It's mental grounding. Before the world pulls you in. Check in with yourself. Second, write a guiding sentence. Stoics wrote to themselves to remember who they were amid chaos. Try this today. I won't rush. My peace isn't negotiable. I choose clarity over reaction. Simple, powerful, intentional. You don't need a perfect journal, just consistency. Here's the key: show up. Even if you're tired or unmotivated, maybe it's not 100%, maybe it's 40%, but show up. The future doesn't care how you felt today. It cares what you did despite it. When your mind sees you, don't fold every time your mood shifts. It starts to respect you. That respect becomes confidence. That confidence becomes strength. That strength becomes control. You're not your emotions, you're your daily disciplines. Drop this affirmation in the comments: I act with discipline, not emotion. Seventh truth, make your inner world stronger than the outer one. Marcus Aurelius said, "A man's worth is no greater than his ambitions." The world keeps getting louder, faster, more demanding, more opinions, more comparisons, more pressure to perform and prove yourself. In that chaos, most people lose themselves. People run after likes, applause, and others' approval, tying their worth to things they can't control. Social media metrics, others' views. Stoics saw through this. If your peace depends on the outside world, you'll never truly be free. Your mission is to forge an inner fortress so solid that no external storm can topple it. Here's how to start. First, stop seeking validation. You don't need everyone to understand or agree with you. Sometimes, being misunderstood is the price of living true to yourself. Tell yourself, if I'm honest and intentional, that's enough. Second, redefine success on your terms, not the world's. What does success mean to you? Inner calm, self-respect, showing up every day. No matter the odds, write down your definition and let it be your compass, not fleeting trends or empty noise. Third, honor your quiet wins, staying steady under stress, holding your ground, or choosing silence when provoked, even if no one sees. Those are the wins most people miss because they're too busy looking strong instead of being strong. The outer world will always shift, but you can be the steady flame. That's the Stoic mission: not to escape life, but to build a mind that stands firm, no matter what life throws. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My strength comes from within. I don't chase approval. Let's close this out. If you've made it this far, you're not chasing quick fixes. You want real truth. Here's the deal. You'll never fully tame your mind. You'll still overthink, react, or slip back into old patterns. But now you're aware, and that awareness is your power. You're not defined by your emotions, but by the choices you make. You're not your thoughts, but how you handle them. You don't need to control life's chaos. Just meet it with a clear head. That's Stoicism's gift. Every pause before a reaction, every reflection over rage, every disciplined choice is your strength. That's growth. That's freedom. You don't need to be fearless. Just face your mind and lead it like a warrior. Don't chase a perfect mind. Build a resilient one that stands tall, listens, and decides with wisdom. You've got this not because life gets easier, but because you get stronger. If this video struck a chord, don't just sit with it. Act. Like it. Share it. Comment. And subscribe for more Stoic insights to reshape your inner world. Leave this final affirmation in the comments. I guide my mind. It doesn't guide me,